is a Rogers Sports presentation.
Everybody, welcome to the Herhsey Centre. I'm your host, Mark Caron. Glad you can join us here on OHL Prime Time. The Mississauga Ice Dogs taking on the Brampton Battalion. So glad you can join us here for the fourth year of this Battle of Peel, the first installment, first chapter of the year 2001. And of course, the Mississauga Ice Dogs coming in here today, certainly looking for a win. They haven't won in 7 straight, but they'll certainly be on a high after their good performance against the Ottawa 67s here on Sunday. If you missed it here on Rogers Television, the 67s came into town, took a commanding 5-1 lead. The Mississauga Ice Dogs showed a lot of character coming back, making it a 1-goal game in the third period before Ottawa put it away and won it 7-4. But it marks a special night here at the Herhsey Centre as Patrick Jarrett, the leading goal scorer last year, makes his return to the ice. The Mississauga Ice Dogs certainly need a boost, but Patrick O'Sullivan has been filling the void. He once again is continuing his hot play. He has 16 points right now for the Mississauga Ice Dogs. As for the Brampton Battalion, they won on Sunday against the Windsor Spitfires. That snapped a 4-game losing streak. They've lost some key players, including Rafi Torres and Rustislav Klesla, both playing in the NHL right now. In fact, Rafi was just sent down to the AHL, but neither of them are going to return, it looks like, and the Brampton Battalion certainly are going to have to get some players to fill the voids. Jay Harrison is one of those players who's having a great year. Right now he has 10 points, and he's only 1 goal away from tying his career best for a single season. So the Brampton Battalion and the Mississauga Ice Dogs get it on here, and we're going to go upstairs right now to our broadcast team of Mark Heineken and Bill Cole to call all the action for you. Gentlemen?
Thank you very much, Mark. There you have a look at the starting goaltender for the Mississauga Ice Dogs, wearing number 1, Matt Tennell.
And Tennell gets the start tonight, Mark, 0-2-0 in the season with a 5.50 goals against average, a save percentage of .887 for Matt Tennell, coming off a nice performance in Barrie the other night. And there you get a look at Brad Topping. He is 2-6-0 this year with a 3.36 goals against average and a save percentage of .893.
19th meeting between the expansion cousins, with Brampton holding a very solid 14 wins, 1 loss, and 3 tie record against their crosstown rivals.
You're right. You talked about the fact that the battalion have a 14-1-3 record against the Ice Dogs. They've also outscored them 77-35 over those 18 games. So you're right. They've held a wide margin of play, and we'll have to see what they can do tonight, because you're right. This is a different team. There's no Torres, no Klesla, so we'll see what they can do this time around. But I'll tell you one kid that's impressed me is Brad Topping, and we'll get a good look at him tonight.
Battalion started up. McSwain inside the Dog zone and just sends it towards the net. And the rebound comes all the way back to Jay Harrison. Henrik lets it fly. That goes off a skate. Kept in by the Battalion, but the shot is wide. Turcotte centered in front. Big pad save by Matt Tennell. Wolaski wraps it around the far boards. Cleared but not out. Right onto the stick of Henrik. Pass in front. They score! Well, Henrik with some fine maneuvering in close quarters gets it along to Kurt McSwain, and the Brampton Battalion strike first.
Yeah, no excuse for even being able to pass the puck in that tight mark. We'll get a look at it again. Not sure who they'll give it to. I think Henrik took the original shot. It may have bounced off his stick. And see Kurt McSwain celebrating.
Parent right back into the Dogs zone, and the Brampton Battalion continuing to apply pressure throughout this first period. McClement snapshot upstairs, a sweet goal for the Brampton Battalion.
Now once again you see that quick release from Jay McClement, Kingston native and first-round pick a couple of seasons back, and that's why McClement just picking the corner. he'll pick up his 6th goal of the season. And just like that, the Ice Dogs have fallen behind 2-0 with 12:14 to go here in the opening period.
No, has to hurry to get the pass as his counterpart, number 9, Adam Henrik, was watching him. Clayton waits patiently, right to Henrik, scores! Great patience shown there by Belleville's Chris Clayton to spot Adam Henrik, which is pretty easy to do if he's going to come cruising into the top of the slot.
And also pretty easy to do if Stephen Roski's going to turn the puck over like he did behind the net, Mark. That's just, again, a brutal giveaway from Roski, and they were able to play on a Chris Clayton with a nice feed out front. Just like that, it's 3-0, and Don Cherry does not look like a happy man.
Well, Adam Henrik, who leads the Brampton Battalion with 13 points, has just scored his 5th goal of the season. Obviously, Chris Clayton will get the other assist, and we'll see. 4:20 remaining in the first frame. Blanchard trying to leave it for his man, puts it right under the stick of Henrik, walks in Tunnell. A sharp Matt Tunnell had to stop Adam Henrik walking in all alone. Radlov reroutes and gives to Sabrin. He has to hurry his pass and puts it onto the stick of Clayton, and Igor Radlov knocks him down, but I believe Radlov took the brunt of that hit. Long blast doesn't work, and Sabrin has to hustle to get the pass off. Finds Onabagon. Nice move to get around Parent with time in tight, backhand, right on the line, waved off immediately by the referee. Oh, that was mighty close. 3-1. Let's have a look at home.
Well, Navigan with a nice move to beat the defense. A little flip shot out in front of Brad Topping, goes between the legs. You can see it just spinning right on the line, but
well, not all of it crossed the line.
You're right. Yep, stayed right there about halfway in.
Dogs breaking out. O'Sullivan has pass field, drop pass, pass field shot. O'Sullivan rebound, still in front for Brad Topping. The spread eagle pad save, that looked mighty fine. Next home game is Friday night, 7:30 start time. The Belleville Bulls will be in town, and a chance for O'Sullivan, and Topping will hold on to it.
As I said, he's 5'6" for goodness sake.
Radlov busting into the Brampton zone, high slot, buries it. 11th overall selection in the 2001 import draft. Igor Radlov has put the Dogs on the board. 3-1 here early in the second.
Radlov coast to coast and post to post. He had Blanchard going to the net hard as well. Used him as a decoy, and then wristed one past Topping. Topping had no chance at all. That's just a nice goal there from Radlov. He's a pure goal scorer. You can see it there.
Clement sends it back down low. Brampton quite satisfied with cycling it. Now the Dogs break out. Worstead has O'Sullivan with him. Worstead waits, drags. Brad Topping. Oh my. Great patience, great positioning as he whips out the glove and holds on to it, but we will have a penalty coming up as Worstead is slow to get up.
Now once again, the Ice Dogs with a quick break, and look at Worstead. Makes the move, waits for the defenseman to go down, takes the shot, and he also takes a cross check in the back. Well played by Worstead and by Topping that time around, Mark, but Ice Dogs will go on the power play here as Jay Harrison heads off in the cross check.
Behind the net, John Kasoris, one of 2 veteran former Oshawa Generals. The other one on the other side of the ice, Jonah LaRue. Chance for the Dogs, busting in. Radlov waits, calling for it as Roski now. He gets it in tight, scores! Wires it upstairs on Brad Topping. The Dogs capitalize on the power play and cut the deficit to 1.
Dogs got a break there when Jay Harrison caught an edge and went down. That opened up some ice in front. You can see the pass back to Roski. Roski walks in top of the dot, goes high on the blocker's side. Radlov throws on the brakes. Sullivan sets a nice little pick back to Roski, and Topping didn't have much of a chance that time around. Great replay.
Harrison along the far side to Chris Clayton, right onto the stick, scores! Kurt McSwain baffles goaltender Matt Tunnell with a semi-soft shot, 5-hole style. His second goal of the night. 4-2 Brampton.
Well, here's the replay. McSwain with a quick release, and you're right, Ed. The best word there is baffled. I think Tunnell wasn't ready for the shot, obviously, and it beat him cleanly. That's a big goal for Brampton. Puts them right back on top now by a 4-2 count.
Looking for a pass back to the point. O'Sullivan's got a hustle, trying to beat Flash, breaking in on Topping. Just lets it slide. Rebound, scores! Bobby Turner trailing on the play, capitalizes, and once again we've got a one-goal hockey game.
Capitalizing on the 4-on-4 mark, and that's a great place for Bobby Turner to use the speed, and that's exactly what he did. You can see O'Sullivan, first stop, comes right back to Turner, low along the ice, beats him, and we have a 4-3 hockey game.
Turner's second of the season, and the Dogs for the second time tonight are able to capitalize on the power play. Well, this starts by the speed of that man right there, the first round selection, Patrick O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan with the break, gets a step on Paul Flash, walks in around him. Harrison tries to converge. They both just stand there. Well, the puck comes back. Bobby Turner finds it, buries it. Third goal of the period for the Dogs.
Softly sends it towards his man. Well, that is McSwain. Shot handled by Tennell. Radlov couldn't get the rebound. McSwain on it first. Hendrick right on the doorstep. How did Matt Tennell deny Adam Hendrick of what should have been a guaranteed goal? Risk. Hughes in through center and into the Dog zone. Working towards the net. Tennell waits right on the line. Cleared away in a nick of time. Bobby Turner. To enter the Dog zone and maintains possession. Trying the a la Tom Lasiak move. And that didn't work. Pass field with the clock winding down, gets it to O'Sullivan, sweeps at it, a bullet, scores! Michael Wurstad with exactly 2 seconds remaining.
Able to find that loose puck. A nice burst of speed there for the Dogs up front. Wurstad making the smart move, going to the net without the puck. Get a look at it here in the replay, Mark. You can see Wurstad just tees it up, had all kinds of time to bury it, and that's what he did. Tying this game at 4 apiece with 2 seconds to go.
While pursuit of the puck pays off for number 15, Michael Wurstad, the Thunder Bay, Ontario native. His 5th goal of the season has tied this game up at 4 apiece. As the Battalion just send one on the net. Tennell, no problem handling it. 4-4 after 2. Gets around Katsouras and gets the pass off to Hughes, who's double bounced, but still made the pass. Loose puck in front. Chris Haley caught watching his man, didn't watch him close enough because Camille Krebs stepped into one and to give Brampton a 5-4 lead.
Yeah, Krebs left on alone. Puck came out to him and he just buried it. Right. You see him just step into it, and again, Hawley not really sure where his man was at that point.
Igor Radlov assessed a 2-minute unsportsmanlike penalty, and that will bring an end to the Dogs' power play with just 2 seconds left in the minor to Flash. A blast, they score! Mike Barrett, the Owen Sound draft pick, 3rd round in 1998, has tied this game up at 5 apiece.
That'll go in the books as a short-handed goal, I think, Mark. Just 4 seconds into the Radlov penalty, right off the draw. You can see Harrison tries to get there, can't do it, and that is just a bullet. Once again, beating Topping high. If there's any weakness to Topping tonight, I think just about every goal is beating him high.
Shot is blocked, poked ahead by John Katsouras. John Katsouras in on Topping, shot, and Brad Topping, new mask and all, comes up big time for the Battalion to keep it a 5-5 score. To pick it up, the penalized player Radlov back on the ice for the Dogs. Shot by Hendricks, saved by Tennell. Still loose, rebound, and Tennell gets a piece of that one as well as the penalty is fully expired and the Dogs will break out. Jarrett has Radlov with him. Drop pass to Igor Radlov, a blast, and Corey LeClaire is going to feel that for a while. Right off the inside of the boot, where their protection is minimal at best. Second effort, able to get it, can't get the centering pass. Now he does, bouncing puck, and Topping again with a splits is able to get the pad on it. 2 teams will again lock horns at the Brampton Centre for Sports and Entertainment. 7 p.m. Big chance for the Battalion, and that is waved off. The whistle had gone, and Dogs bench. McSwain on the near side, trying to get around Sabridge. Centering pass, they score! A one-hand solo effort by number 20, Kurt McSwain, and there's no way You could have drawn that up at home, but McSwain has done so.
Yeah, McSwain with his third of the game. Great game tonight from Kurt McSwain. And the one-handed effort, you're right, Mark. That's a heartbreaker and a backbreaker here for the Ice Dogs. See it just come out, and actually I think it may have gone in off Worsted.
Third goal of the night for the Brampton zone. Matt Tennell heads to the bench for the extra attacker. McSwain on it for Brampton, and he will flip it out of his own end. O'Sullivan there first. Bobbles the puck. And Chris Clayton seals the deal for the Brampton Battalion. 7-5. Brampton on top. A heartbreaking loss for the Mississauga Ice Dogs. Two very unlikely goals with a little over 1 minute remaining. And the Brampton Battalion will leave the Herhsey Centre with a victory tonight. 7-5 Battalion as they will improve their record to 15-1-3 all-time against the Dogs. The buzzer goes, a 2-goal margin victory for the Brampton Battalion in what was a very entertaining game.
Yeah, it was. The Ice Dogs down 3-0 after one, battled back to tie it up at 4-4 after two, but couldn't do much in the third period. Really, the goal by McSwain with 1:08 to go was the tide turner, if you will. Shots on goal, 47-45 in favor of Mississauga, 14-12 in favor of Brampton in that third period. Just some tough breaks for the Dogs, but you want to talk about a moral victory, but at some point moral victories aren't enough.
Well, these two teams will go at it on Thursday, November the 1st, 7 p.m. at the Brampton Centre for Sports and Entertainment, and you'll be able to see that game right here on the Rogers Television Network. Of course, the next home game for the Dogs will be Friday night, 7:30 against the Belleville Bulls. 7-5, the Brampton Battalion leave the Herhsey Centre with a victory, but don't go away. We'll be right back with the post-game wrap-up after this short commercial break.
Always an entertaining game when the Brampton Battalion take on the Mississauga Ice Dogs. Tonight, no exception. The Battalion wins 7-5, largely in part to the captain, Kurt McSwain. 3 goals and 1 assist, the hat trick. Got to feel good for you, Kurt, coming in here and taking one away.
Yeah, definitely. We needed this win. We've kind of been struggling at the start of the year, and always to come in here, definitely arch rivals here, and we don't like to give up too many points to them, so stepped out and we made it close enough, but we got a win at the end.
Win on Sunday against the Windsor Spitfires, win here against the Mississauga Ice Dogs, 2 in a row. You feel like this team's making strides, maybe getting on a bit of a roll?
Yeah, definitely. We started to get all of our guys back, and now everyone's starting to get used to each other, and we're starting to build some confidence. We beat Windsor on the other night, like you just mentioned, and Mississauga here was a tough game, and couple of wins in a row. We're starting to get our thing, so hopefully we'll put a streak together here.
A little strange seeing the captain C on you after those years with Jason Maleko there. How does it feel getting the pressure of having that letter on your jersey?
Oh, definitely a lot of pressure comes with it, but it's a great honor to have it. He's great friends with Jason Maleko, and it just shows a lot of my capabilities of leadership from the coaches and how they depend on me.
And, of course, you being one of the original 3 left with Van Loosen and Harrison of the Brampton Battalion, obviously it's got to feel a little extra sweeter knowing that you'll probably spend the rest of your career will be here.
Yeah, hopefully. I've always enjoyed playing here, and definitely it's down to the 3 of us now, and we're just enjoying our last year here, and hopefully we'll put it together a solid season.
Well, you mentioned the captains are the leaders, and you certainly led tonight. 3 goals, 1 assist, and you got first-star honors. Thanks very much for joining us here, Kurt, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Kurt McSwain, the captain of the Brampton Battalion.